Hi all, in this video I'll be speaking to you about insomnia, means sleep problems which we all face these days and how to overcome it. Finding difficult to sleep, falling asleep and staying asleep, that is the problem for many because of the stress, because of depression, because of anxiety and daily problems which we all have in our life. That's the reason we cannot fall asleep so easily. If in case we fall asleep, we are not able to stay asleep for a long time. That's the issue. What happens if in case we cannot sleep, the next day we are not active? That's the reason we get a lot of problems as such, like from the boss or at home, because whatever they are expecting from us, we cannot give 100% because lack of sleep. Now, I will be explaining to you why it is happening. It's because of more of negative filled thoughts in people, because we feel negative inside, and negativity and many problems which we face in our life that will be interfering our sleep. Now, I'll give you the best tips to overcome this problem in our life which we are having right now. The first tip is avoid distractions as much as possible. If you're sleeping in a room, keep your room as much as dark. If you're not feeling comfortable sleeping in the dark, maybe you can use the dim lights, but make the lights as much as dim as possible so that you can sleep well. And the ventilation also is important. The next step is you have to overcome the worries as soon as possible. Example, this particular day you had a problem, you are not taking that problem to your bed. You're not talking about the problems with your spouse or with your family members in the night time, because when you talk about your worries or troubles or any issues in the night time, at the night time, what happens, you cannot sleep because you'll be thinking more and more about the issue. So the no is what? The no is you're not bringing any problems to your bed. You are away from it. If you want to talk, you can talk the next day, but you're not doing that in that particular night. The next thing which you have to keep in mind is exercise as much as possible. If you exercise, you feel a bit tired, and that makes you sleep snoring actually. So that is the best step you can apply. Example, if you want to sleep that particular day, you can evening around 4 o'clock you can do a bit of half an hour exercise or 45 minutes of exercise. That takes off a bit of energy which you have, and that gives a lot of positive energy, also taking out all the negative energy, and that particular night you can sleep really well. This is the next step. So the next step what I will be telling you right now is talk and sort out the problems. Whatever guilt you have in that particular day, maybe you have hurt someone, maybe you have created some problem, or some mistakes you have made in that particular day. Before evening you sort out with that particular person. And because when we are troubling someone or when we have hurt someone, we cannot sleep in that particular night. So what you have to do is before evening you have to sort out any guilt issues or mistakes you have made, and that should be sorted out as soon as possible with that particular person. Next step is no caffeine. No for the caffeine, because what happens is when you have caffeine, it stimulates the body, and that affects our sleep in that particular night. So night time you're not having caffeine. If you want to have, you can have daytime, but nighttime it's a no for caffeine, means coffee. The next tip, what you have to keep in mind is do not again and again you have to see the clock. They have a habit, few people have a habit of seeing the clock and time more and more. That makes a problem for a person who is really finding difficult to fall asleep. So if you want to sleep, you are away from the clock problem. You're not seeing the clock. Maybe if you want to sleep, you can see the time before sleeping, and you can set an alarm, and then you have to sleep. In between you're not checking the time. That you have to keep in mind. And what I can say is what best suits my sleeplessness sometimes is I listen to a lot of sleep music. You get it online, you get it in YouTube also. If you just type sleep music, you get a lot of sleep music which is soothing to your brain and your emotions. You can listen to it and then you can sleep. That helps you a lot and sort out few sleep issues which you have. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I will again I will tell you what tips you have to follow to overcome the sleep. First one is you have to keep in mind, avoid distractions in the particular room where you're sleeping. Second tip is in the bedtime you're not talking about any problems with your partner or with a family member. Third tip is exercise more and more. The fourth tip is talk to the person whom you've hurt or you've created problem or mistakes you've made. Whatever guilt you have in that particular day, you have to sort it before evening. And the next tip is no for the caffeine, and before bedtime I mean. The next tip is you have to uh, you have to not check the clock. I mean, you're not checking the clock, because if you check the clock you feel that I have less time to sleep or I have more time to sleep. So no for the clock when you are falling asleep. So these are the few tips. And the last tip is sleep music. That is my favorite because I follow it regularly. If I'm finding difficult to sleep, this is the best tip which works for me. Thanks for watching my video. If any questions you have related to sleep, you can ask me. I'm here to help you out. Please subscribe, share and like my video. If anything you want to share here in this platform, you can share it in the comment list. Thanks again for watching my video.